Have you ever wondered how Sprite is made? This refreshing, lemon-lime-flavored carbonated beverage has been quenching thirst around the world for decades. In this comprehensive guide, we'll take you through every step of the production process, from sourcing raw materials to the final product that ends up in your hand. We'll explore the intricate details of how this popular soft drink is manufactured on an industrial scale, ensuring quality and consistency in every sip. Let's begin with the sourcing of raw materials, which is a crucial step in ensuring the quality of the final product. The primary ingredients in this lemon-lime soda are carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, or sugar in some countries, citric acid, natural flavors, and sodium citrate. Each of these components is carefully sourced and rigorously tested before being approved for use in the production process. The water used in the beverage is perhaps the most important ingredient. It's not just any water from the tap. Instead, it goes through a complex purification process. This typically involves several stages, including sediment filtration, carbon filtration, and reverse osmosis. The goal is to remove any impurities, minerals, or contaminants that could affect the taste or quality of the final product. In some cases, the water is even demineralized completely and then remineralized with a specific blend of minerals to achieve a consistent taste across different production facilities worldwide. High fructose corn syrup, used as the primary sweetener in many regions, is derived from corn. The corn used for this purpose is usually grown in vast fields across the Midwestern United States. The corn is harvested, cleaned, and then processed to extract the starch. This starch is then converted into glucose and finally into high fructose corn syrup through a series of enzymatic processes. The syrup is then purified and concentrated before being shipped to beverage production facilities. It's worth noting that in some countries, cane or beet sugar is used instead of high fructose corn syrup due to regional preferences or regulations. Citric acid, which gives the drink its tart flavor, is typically produced through fermentation. Historically, it was extracted from citrus fruits, but today, it's more commonly produced by fermenting a carbohydrate source, often molasses, using a specific strain of mold. The resulting citric acid is then purified and crystallized before being sent to beverage manufacturers. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. The natural flavors used in the drink are a closely guarded secret, but they typically include oils extracted from lemons and limes. These oils are obtained through a process called cold pressing, where the fruits are mechanically pressed to release their essential oils without the use of heat, which could alter the delicate flavor compounds. The oils are then refined and blended to create the signature flavor profile of the beverage. Sodium citrate, which acts as a flavor balancer and emulsifier, is typically produced by neutralizing citric acid with sodium hydroxide or sodium carbonate. This process results in a white, crystalline powder that is water-soluble and has a mild, salty taste. Once all these raw materials arrive at the production facility, they undergo rigorous quality control checks. Each ingredient is tested for purity, consistency, and compliance with food safety standards. Any batches that don't meet the strict criteria are rejected. This meticulous approach ensures that only the highest quality ingredients make it into the final product. The next stage in the production process is the preparation of the ingredients. This involves cleaning and measuring each component precisely. The water, which has already gone through initial purification at its source, undergoes additional filtration at the production facility. This extra step ensures that the water meets the exacting standards required for the beverage. The high fructose corn syrup or sugar is typically delivered in large tanker trucks and stored in massive silos. Before use, it's pumped through additional filters to remove any potential contaminants that may have been introduced during transport. The syrup is then heated to reduce its viscosity, making it easier to mix with other ingredients. Citric acid and sodium citrate, which usually arrive in powdered form, are carefully measured and dissolved in purified water to create concentrated solutions. These solutions are then filtered to ensure no undissolved particles remain. The natural flavors, being highly concentrated, are handled with particular care. They are stored in temperature-controlled environments to preserve their potency and aroma. When needed for production, They are measured with extreme precision, often using specialized equipment capable of dispensing minute quantities accurately. With all ingredients prepared, we move to the primary processing stage, where the magic happens. This stage begins with the creation of the flavor syrup, which is essentially a concentrated version of the final beverage without the carbonated water. The process starts by combining the prepared sugar syrup, either high fructose corn syrup or sugar solution, with the citric acid solution in a large mixing tank. This mixture is stirred thoroughly to ensure even distribution. Next, the sodium citrate solution is added, which helps to balance the flavors and acts as a preservative. Then comes the addition of the natural flavors. This step is crucial and requires great skill and precision. The flavor oils are added in carefully measured amounts and blended thoroughly into the mixture. The exact proportions and mixing times are closely guarded secrets, as they are key to achieving the beverage's signature taste. Once all ingredients are combined, the mixture is pasteurized. This involves heating the syrup to a specific temperature, typically around 85 degrees Celsius, for a set period to eliminate any potentially harmful microorganisms. After pasteurization, the syrup is quickly cooled to prevent any degradation of flavors or nutrients. The cooled syrup then goes through a final filtration process to remove any remaining particles, ensuring a smooth, consistent product. At this point, the flavor syrup is complete, but it's still much more concentrated than the final beverage. The next step is the blending process, where the flavor syrup is combined with purified carbonated water to create the final product. This occurs in large stainless steel tanks called proportioners or blenders. These tanks can typically hold thousands of liters of beverage. The carbonated water used in this process is made on-site. Purified water is chilled to near freezing temperatures and then injected with carbon dioxide under high pressure. This creates the characteristic fizz and effervescence of the soft drink. The level of carbonation is carefully controlled, as it significantly affects the mouthfeel and perceived flavor of the beverage. The flavor syrup and carbonated water are mixed in precise proportions in the blending tanks. The ratio of syrup to carbonated water is crucial for achieving the correct taste and sweetness level. Advanced monitoring systems ensure that this ratio remains consistent throughout the production run. As the syrup and carbonated water are combined, the mixture is gently stirred to ensure thorough blending without losing carbonation. The temperature is kept low throughout this process to maintain the carbonation level and prevent the growth of microorganisms. Once blending is complete, the beverage undergoes a series of quality control checks. Samples are taken and analyzed for factors such as sugar content, measured in Brix, carbonation level, acidity, and overall flavor profile. Trained tasters also conduct sensory evaluations to ensure the product meets the expected taste standards. Before filling, all containers go through a rigorous cleaning process. For reusable glass bottles, this involves soaking in a hot caustic solution to remove any residues, followed by thorough rinsing with purified water. New plastic bottles or cans are typically rinsed with purified air or water to remove any dust or debris. The clean containers are then filled with the carbonated beverage. This process occurs under pressure to prevent the loss of carbonation. The filling machines are designed to leave a small amount of headspace at the top of each container to allow for the expansion of the liquid. Immediately after filling, the containers are sealed. For bottles, this involves applying caps or twist-off lids. The cans are sealed with a lid that's crimped onto the top of the can's body. The sealing process is crucial for maintaining the carbonation and preventing contamination. After sealing, the filled containers pass through an inspection station where they're checked for proper fill level and secure seals. Any containers that don't meet standards are automatically removed from the production line. The final step in the packaging process is to group the individual containers into larger units for easier handling and transportation. This might involve packing bottles into cardboard cases or wrapping groups of cans in plastic film. These larger units are then stacked onto pallets, ready for storage or distribution. The storage areas are organized using sophisticated inventory management systems. These systems track each batch of product, including its production date, allowing for efficient stock rotation and ensuring that older product is distributed first. This first-in, first-out approach helps maintain freshness and quality control. When it's time for distribution, the pallets of product are loaded onto trucks for transportation to retailers, wholesalers, or distribution centers. The trucks used for this purpose aren't typically refrigerated, but they are often insulated to protect the product from extreme temperatures during transit. The quality control process doesn't end when the product leaves the factory. Regular market checks are conducted, where products are purchased from retail outlets and tested to ensure they still meet quality standards. This helps identify any issues that may arise during distribution or storage. The shelf life of the product can vary depending on the packaging type and storage conditions, but it's typically around 9 months for bottled products and up to 12 months for canned versions. The best before date is usually stamped on the packaging during the bottling process. The popularity of this lemon-lime soda has led to numerous variations over the years. These include sugar-free versions sweetened with artificial sweeteners, caffeine-free options, and flavor variations that incorporate additional fruit flavors. Each of these variants requires slight modifications to the production process, such as substituting sweeteners or adding different flavor compounds. If you enjoyed learning about how Sprite is made, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content on food production.